Alright guys, welcome back to another one. So in today's brand new update 1.04, there have been a bunch of changes. I did make a video explaining everything. If you guys want to check that out, I'll leave it in the first link in the description. So colossal weapons have gotten a huge change and a lot of buffs with that. So what I'm going to do is show you guys the top 10 colossal weapons you should be using after this brand new update, and just a quick explanation of what the changes are, shortened. Let me show you exactly what's changed. Here are all the buffs to the colossal weapons just on the screen if you guys want to pause it. But anyway, let's continue on with the top 10 weapons you should be using. And as always, I will be showing you the locations for each weapon that we talk about at the very end. So the first one here is the Godslayer Greatsword. This is a colossal sword, and let me tell you, this one is one of the better ones in the game for its skill. It is an amazing looking skill and it does do a bunch of damage. The requirements to use this one is 20 strength, 22 dex, and faith at 20. And let me tell you, this thing is pretty cool. The Queen's Black Flame is its special skill. And as always, here we go. This is what it does. So yeah, it is pretty good. Now, of course, they did fix how fast you can swing it. So now great swords and colossal weapons have some use while swinging it because it is faster. The next weapon I want to show you is the Fallingstar Beastjaw. Now this weapon is amazing in both PvE and PvP, and it's probably one of the better colossal weapons as well. So what you need to use this one is 34 strength, intelligence at 20, and dex at 12. Now its special move is called Gravity Bolt, and the good thing about it is it's got some serious range depending on where you want to fire this thing. So if I want it right in front of me, I can do it there. When I want it in front of me, I can just do it there. It has some serious range and a lot of damage too. So you can use this very well in PvP as well when someone's trying to run away from you, or if there's maybe two people, you can just stand back and just fire this thing. Definitely something that you guys should try out, and yeah, it's pretty damn good. The next one here is the Starscrourage Greatsword. Now these come as dual wield by default, and the thing is, with the brand new update, dual wielding colossal weapons deals more damage. So again, we're going to have faster attacks, more damage because they do come as a dual wield, and yeah, the special skill for this is pretty good too. So what you need to use this is 38 strength, dex at 12, and 15 intelligence. Now the special skill for this is Starcaller Cry. What it does is it screams and it drags all the enemies towards you and does a huge slam, and yeah, it is pretty cool. One of the better looking skills in the game as well. So not only are you going to be doing huge amounts of damage, but anyone that's around you, PvP or PvE, gets dragged towards you like this, and then you can slam down and do a huge amount of damage. And of course, we can't leave out Maliketh's Black Blade, one of my favorite weapons in this entire game, just because of its special skill. Now of course, this being a colossal sword, it has been buffed with this update. You need 34 strength, 20 faith, and 12 dexterity in order to use this thing. Destined Death is a special skill. Now if you guys love anime and stuff like that, this is perfect for you because it's something out of Demon Slayer with its demon arts. It is pretty damn good. This is something you guys should definitely use, especially with its high ranged attacks, and it's got a big area effect as well. This does stagger enemies and it does push enemies away from you and does cause bleed as well, something you literally cannot lose without using this weapon. A pretty damn good weapon to use. Definitely try it out if you haven't already, and if you don't, well, just keep watching and I'll show you how to get it. The next one here is the Devourers Scepter. Now what's special about this weapon is they increased the damage of this weapon. A lot of people were waiting for this one to become available for them to use because it wasn't really that great before. So what this weapon does is, what you need to use this weapon is 24 strength, dex is at 20, faith is at 25, and a special skill is Devourer of the World, and it is pretty damn cool. What that does is deals damage and it actually gives you your health back as well. So not only are you going to be doing more damage now ever since the brand new update, but you're going to be getting your health back and dealing more damage, and then obviously you're swinging this even quicker now. Yeah, so it's pretty good. Now this weapon does do a lot of damage in PvP and PvE. No matter if it's bosses, if it's a bunch of enemies, if it's one enemy, yeah, this weapon is going to be a must use to try out, and you guys are going to have a lot of fun because it's quite unique. Now for the Giant's Crusher, I don't really need to talk about this too much, but I do need to make a point. With this weapon, it requires you to have 60 strength. It doesn't have a certain special skill, but now by dual wielding 2 of these, you do more damage by swinging both of them, and you can swing faster and have a faster recovery. So normally what you would do with this weapon is jump attack with both of them, but now you can run around and swing these and do more damage and quicker attacks as well. Something to try out with the Giant Crushers. Okay, for the next weapons, of course, we're going to be looking at Godslayer's Greatswords. Now, what's special about these weapons is, of course, you guys know that these are probably some of the best weapons in the entire game for PvE and PvP. Now, dual wielding these again will give us more damage than previously. Already, it's a must use. Now, what's special about these as well is they don't have a special skill. You can put whatever Ash of War on these things. The strength is at 31, dex is at 12 in order to use these. Now the thing is, dual wielding these are going to be quite heavy, so what I recommend is using maybe Great Jar's Arsenal and a few other things to increase your equip load. Now, again, not really much to say about these, you guys already know, but I wanted to come here and mention, if you don't know, these are something you should be using, especially dual wielding them, doing more damage. These are a must, and also if you do sit down at a grey site, I'll show you one more thing. From here you can go to Ash of Wars and you can click on your Ash of War. From here you can put on anything on either of these weapons to make them even more powerful. So you can put on your Royal Knight's Resolve on both or whatever you want to do, and you can actually make them heavy if you wanted to see them do more damage. So yeah. For the next one here is the Grafted Greatsword. Now this one isn't used as much, but it's actually a pretty good one, and they just increased the damage of this weapon. And of course, dual wielding one of these is going to increase the damage as well, for like any other weapon that we had talked about. So what you need to use this weapon is 40 strength and 14 dexterity, and its special skill is Oath of Vengeance. And what it does, it actually increases all your attributes, everything. So yeah, it's pretty cool. What people actually do with this is just use it as a quick buff, but now considering that we have an increased damage to this thing, you can dual wield them or just use one of these and just go at it and try them out. Obviously these are for strength builds and stuff like that, so not everyone would want to use these, but if you are a strength build and want to use something that's a colossal weapon, these are probably the best ones to use. Next up is the Rowan's Greatsword. Now, this weapon alone with this special skill is probably the best strength weapon in the entire game, along with the Giant Crusher. Now what this requires is 50 strength and 16 intelligence. Its special skill is Wave of Destruction. Now before I show you the special skill, because that's the main point of this weapon, but again, dual wielding them is going to do even more damage now, which gives it a more reason for you guys to be using colossal weapons, not only for the special skill. Now its special skill, Wave of Destruction, causes you to release a huge amount of gravity lightning and spikes and stuff like that. And that's its heavy special skill, but its heavy attack actually does this as well. So not only you do that in its special skill, but also in its heavy attack. Not only you're doing one attack, but multiple with its heavy swing. A decent weapon to use, especially for strength builds, and dual wielding them now is even better. Next up is the Staff of the Avatar. Now this weapon is used by the tree bosses you guys have probably seen already. This is a very, very heavy weapon. What it requires you to have is 34 strength, faith is at 24, and dex is at 8. Its special skill is called the Tree Slam, and you probably guessed it already, you do the slam that the boss does and do a bunch of damage. It's a pretty good weapon, and of course with the brand new updates you can dual wield them and do more damage, and now you can actually swing these things a bit quicker and have a faster reaction time to dodge and move around. Yeah, something for you to try out, something unique, and there you go. Next up is the Prolate Inferno Crozeir. Now this is a very unique looking weapon, and it's a huge one at that. You can actually pair this up with the Colossal Giant's Crusher weapon and make a pretty damn good build. What you need for this is 45 strength and 8 dex. Its special skill is Prolate's Charge. Now what's actually cool about this weapon, it can last as long as you want it to. You can run around and just set the whole world on fire, doing huge amounts of flame damage. You can pair this up with a lot of buffs and just an all-round faith and flame build. Yeah, it's pretty good. Now this will last as long as you want it to, as long as your faith your FP bar can last. Yeah, it's a pretty damn cool weapon. Alright, and just to finish off everything here and just give you a quick rundown of other ones that you could use so this video isn't too long. What here you can, some other ones you can use is like the Royal Greatsword. This is another colossal weapon. You have something like, let me just scroll down over here real quick. You've got Great Stars. These aren't really colossal weapons, so you can just use these, are pretty good. You have the Rotten Great Axe, an amazing colossal weapon. You have the Dragon Great Claw, an amazing colossal weapon as well. You have the Rotten Staff, just like this one, but this one's rotten. Envoy's Great Horn. You've got Gizer's Wheel. You've got Axe of Godfrey. There's many for you guys to choose from, but I just wanted to include the best ones that I know that are pretty damn good, the best ones in the entire game. And there's other ones you guys can try out. Maybe there's some that I don't have that you guys have. Go ahead, try out colossal weapons. They've been buffed pretty damn well. And yeah, have fun with your strength builds. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead now and see and how to get the weapons that I mentioned. They are pretty easy to get. Now for any of the weapons that I do show you how to get, if it's too quick for you, you can actually change the speed of the YouTube video in the bottom right of the corner of the video. Just click on the settings and change the playback speed to how slow you want it to be. First off, for the Godslayer Greatsword, what you want to do for this one is come down to inside the Divine Tower of Caelid. The closest great site here, Dragon Barrow West. Follow where I go and we can make our way inside and get this weapon and also the following armor that comes with it too. Alright, and this is the grey site that you can now finally kill the boss. Go down there, and as soon as it gets to the bottom past this guy right there, you can actually see the glow of the mist. Go through there, kill the boss, and you get the sword and the armor. For the Fallingstar Beast's Jaw, what you want to do for this one is come down to the 9th Mount Gelmir campsite and take out your mount. Now from here, what you want to do is just go up this thing, just jump up, and up here will be the boss that you have to kill in order to get this weapon. He'll be just standing right there, kill him, and that's it. For the Starscrourage Greatsword, these are pretty simple as well. What you want to do for these is kill Radahn, located right here on the map. Once you've killed Radahn, you get his remembrance, take it back to the round table, and you can finally pick up the weapon from the Finger Maiden. Now for Maliketh's Black Blade, the same thing just like Radahn. What you want to do is kill Maliketh. He'll be located right here in the Farum Azula. Okay, besides the Great Bridge is the Grey Site for him. Just kill him, get his remembrance, and take it back to the round table, and you can get the weapon from there. Now for the Devourers Scepter, this is kind of a tricky one to do because you have to do the full Volcano Mana quest, and I'll be showing you exactly how to do that as easy as possible. So first off, what you want to do is come down to the Volcano Mana. So once we're in the Volcano Mana, you want to speak to Tanith, located right over here, and she's going to give you a key. Follow exactly where I go, and you're going to have to open up this door right over here. And what you want to do is pick up this item right there. It's going to be a letter for you to invade and kill an enemy. The first one is actually located in Limgrave in this exact location. So go there and kill that person. After you've done that, go back to the Volcano Mana and speak to Tanith, and you want to do her full dialogue. From there, you want to go back to the other room where the NPC is, and you want to grab the next letter right over here. Now for this one, you're going to have to speak to this person once more and do his dialogue. Finish that and speak to him once again for you fully complete his dialogue and he has nothing else to say. Now for this one, you need to invade the person located right here, actually near the Volcano Manor itself, so go ahead and do that. So once you're done, you want to go back to Tanith and speak to her one more time, and then go back to the room with the letters. Now here's going to be a red letter. For now, you want to leave that alone and speak to this NPC. He's going to give you a normal letter like before. For this one, it's actually located in the capital. Okay, located right over here. Go ahead and complete that one. And of course, as always, once you have completed that, go back and speak to this NPC, and once he gives you another lava spell, you are finally finished. Now what you want to do is complete the red letter. That's located in the mountain top of the giant right over here. So it's actually located around this area right here. You'll be able to see it on your map. So once you have killed this person, you can now finally return to the Volcano Manor and speak to Tanith. Now she's going to ask you to finally kill Rykard or see the Lord. Kill Rykard and then you're finally finished with the Volcano Manor questline. Now you're ready to take on the NPC and get the Devourers Scepter. But before you do that, speak to everyone in the Volcano Manor once you've killed Rykard. Now from here, you need to be in besides the Great Bridge Grey Site in the Farum Azula, and follow exactly where I go to find the NPC to kill him and get the weapon itself. Okay, and now you are here. What you want to do is just go down this letter, and when you walk along this bridge, just near that door right there, you'll be invaded by the NPC that you were speaking to, and once killed, you get the weapon from him. For the Giant Crusher, this is a very easy one to get. It's actually from a chest. Come down to the Outer Wall Phantom Tree, Grey Site in the Atlas Plateau near Lindell, and follow exactly where I go, and you can open it up from a chest. Okay, once you are here, there's going to be a boss that spawns. You do not have to touch him at all. Okay, just go behind him, and there it is. As soon as you open this chest and look inside, the Colossal Giant Crusher sword will be in there, just like this. Okay, for Godslayer Greatsword, what you want to do for this one is another pretty easy one actually. Come down to Caelem Ruins in Caelid, and just behind you, there's going to be that carriage thing right there. Just go there behind it, literally right there, and open the chest, and you'll get the weapon. For the Grafted Greatsword, another easy one to get, it's located right over here. Okay, come down to Castle Morn, just behind the first step. Go through the castle, and at the very end, you'll find a boss, kill him, and you get the Grafted Blade. It's very, very simple. It's actually one of the first great swords or special weapons that people got in the game, of how early and easy it is to get. Next up, for the Ruins Greatsword, this is a very easy one to get. For this one, what you want to do is after you've killed Gradon, you actually can now come back to this area, the chamber outside the plaza. Okay, now once we are here, this will appear now. Once you go inside, there's going to be two bosses to kill. Once killed, you'll get the Ruins Greatsword. For the Staff of the Avatar, this one is going to take you a while to get depending on how you actually get to this location. But it can be easy if you follow a tutorial on YouTube. You actually need to be in the Deep Root Depths in the Great Waterfall Crest. Now, the best way of actually getting here is by finding Nokron. Okay, Nokron, this is the Eternal City of Nokron. Come down to Ancestral Woods, and you want to make your way and actually kill the two gargoyles. Now, the best way of actually doing this is honestly searching up a video on how to get to the Deep Root Depths. It's very simple. Once you are here, from this grey side, there's actually going to be a boss, another tree boss, just literally walking around right over here. Okay, once you kill him, you finally get the weapon from them. And lastly, we have the Prelate's Inferno Crozeir, a very easy one to get. Come down to Seethe Water Terminus, just behind the Volcano Manor. Okay, and it's actually located in Fort Lade. And as soon as you walk through the door to get into the fort, which is right there, you're gonna see this huge, like, enemy. Yeah, I say huge, but he's actually just a normal enemy. But he's quite large. Okay. Right here. And to kill him, he's actually going to have the weapon itself. Of course, just like any other enemy. He's literally right there. Once killed, he will drop the weapon that he's holding, which is the weapon we're going for. And that is pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hopefully this helped. Hopefully the tutorial was easy to follow. Thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you all on the next one. Bye-bye.